Are you tired of browsing K-beauty websites and only finding three shades of Caucasian and Asian? No need to check the sky for pigs flying. The day has finally come where there is a cushion foundation for all of you melanin popping people like me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video for myself and for you guys because I am collabing with Diba by Dibawssette, and they have been kind enough to provide me with two cushion foundations, and this cushion foundation is actually appropriate for dark skin tones. It's actually made for dark skin tones. Like, it. And sorry, by the way, little disclaimer, the lighting may like go crazy because I'm getting used to this like new camera, and I'm still like playing with the settings, so the lighting may be a little bit crazy and act up a little, so I apologize for that. I'm still trying to figure out the settings. I have here the Diba by Dibawssette cushion foundations, and as I said, I'm collabing with them in this video. They're not sponsoring me, they're not paying me to say this, they're just being kind enough to provide me with these two cushion foundations, and I have here the shades 540R Ya Asintawa and 560R Linga. And when you go on their website, you actually can try to find your shade, and they have different brands comparisons, where if you know like your MAC foundation or your Fenty Beauty or anything like that, you know, the main foundation that generally cater for darker skin tones. If you know your shade in those brands, you can find yours in the Diba foundation. They suggested I would try these two shades, so this is what I will do. Let's try 540R Ya Asintawa first. Like, already the day that they sent me this, and I received it at like the closest post office, I ran out of the, like, as soon as I finished class, I just ran to the post office and picked it up. So pretty. This is the cushion itself. It is a cushion compact. The most satisfying part, where you have to peel off the plastic from the mirror. It is pretty much, I would say, like your standard cushion compact. It comes with a puff. Then you have the foundation. Oh, I have to peel it open here. I think the day after I received it, actually Miles and Tima did their own review of it, and I was like, yes. When I saw them try it, it made me even more eager to like try it myself. So I'm just gonna press here just to, oh, so I just pressed on the little like compact just to see. So I'm just gonna, already, excuse my skin, I have a few bumps here. And another disclaimer is that my neck is darker than the rest of my body. As you can see, my chest is the same shade as my face, but my neck, for some reason, just decided to be a rebel, and, you know, it was like, I'm gonna be different, and, you know, just be dark, like 3 shades darker than the rest of my body, but whatever. So I'm just gonna like swatch this. I don't generally I don't match foundations to my neck. I generally, with foundations, I get either something that matches my face and my chest, and then I blend the foundation down, or I get a foundation that is a little bit darker than my face, so that it matches a little bit better with my neck. So I'm just going to blend this out just a little bit, just to see if it does blend in with my complexion. So it's not that bad of a match. Oh, it has a really like, it has almost like a satin finish. As I'm touching it, it feels like very like, almost like velvety. Does that even make sense? It has a really like velvety texture. So this one was Ya Asintawa. I'm gonna try Linga next just to see. Let's see. Linga. Oh, I can already tell Linga is gonna be a better match for me. I'm gonna go ahead and use Linga on my face to test the foundation out. For now, I'm going to do like a first impression. But I want to do like a full on review for this product, just because I'm just like so excited about it, and I just want to give it like the best shot I can. Here I have some product on the sponge here. It has, I think it says to be, it's supposed to be a, has a matte finish, long wearing, and moisturizes with jojoba oils in them. It's really lightweight, but it really does have a nice coverage. As you can see, like the pigmentation that I had right here, it's gone. It's covered pretty much. I would say like it's pretty much like 80% gone, the pigmentation. And just so you know, I have oily skin, like gross oily skin. So generally I do prefer matte foundations pretty much all year round. The only difference is that my skin in winter gets a little bit more dehydrated, but it's still quite oily. Oh, come on, coverage. Yes. Discoloration, who? I don't know her. I'm going to like maybe try to let it set maybe like a few minutes. But right now it is not looking matte. It's very much dewy right now. I don't know if it shows on camera. But maybe I'll just try to let it set for like a few minutes and I'll be back in a moment. So I tried waiting out and see if the foundation would like mattify, but it definitely is still looking pretty dewy. It did mattify just a little bit. I feel like it, but it didn't really like mattify. I would say more so that it's set. But and it still does feel a tiny bit tacky in some parts. But one thing is, like, where I touch it, it doesn't leave those like fingerprints. I think this might be a little bit more suitable maybe for me, even for me that have oily skin, maybe in winter when it's like really really cold, because as you guys may or may not know, I live in Canada and here the winter gets pretty rough. So I feel like this would be more for me when winter comes. For now I feel like I would definitely have to set it with some powder, so that's what I'm going to do. As you I'm looking at my monitor to see, and even in my monitor I can definitely see the difference right away in the parts where I'm powdering. And one thing I love about cushion foundations is that they're so convenient, because even if you're like in a pinch and like, or if you're like out of time or you just gotta get out of the door, all you have to do is just, you know, dab it on, and then you can bring with you some powder, and you're literally done out of the door. Your complexion is taken care of in a matter of like a couple minutes. So this is more of a finish I would prefer. It's not completely matte, but it's definitely a little bit more. It has more of a demi matte finish. Let me just read again the claims of the product. So it's supposed to have a matte finish. Um, then it's supposed to be long wearing and hydrating thanks to jojoba oil and Quinopodium quinoa seed extract. And then it's supposed to be full coverage for all skin types, evens out skin tone with vitamin C and E, and there's no parabens, no parabens, no sulfates, and no phthalates. If you do like a dewy finish, you can definitely leave it as is and only like powder maybe your T-zone. So yeah, as a first impression, I really do enjoy the foundation so far. Sorry, I like keep doing like this to see what it looks like in the mirror. So far I do like it. I'm going to try it out for the next few days so that I can have a better idea on how it could work for me and on how it works for me, because I feel like a first impression sometimes it's not enough to get like a good general idea about a product. So I'm going to keep trying it in the following days, and then I will come back to give you guys a final, I guess like my final thoughts. So pretty much all I did was kind of like my daily natural look. I just put on some eyebrows, a little bit of mascara, and lipstick. Also, another thing I wanted to test is how does another product layer on top of it. So I wanted to put a little bit of highlighter on the foundation just to see how it would layer on top of it. This is just a regular drugstore eye highlighter, and it's actually a really pretty highlighter for dark skin. Another thing I'm not going to do, just for the sake of the wear test of the foundation, is that I'm not going to set it with a setting spray. I only set it with powder just because I'm oily, but I will not help it any further with setting spray, just to see how long it can last by itself. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's currently 3:23 p.m. It's 8:45. I don't know if you can see. And I've worn this basically for roughly 5 hours. I'm definitely quite oily, as you can see here on my forehead, on my nose, around my nose. This one right here is mostly highlight. But the thing that I'm quite impressed with is that despite the fact that I'm oily, it still pretty much stayed on my face. And the thing is, I actually went to the gym earlier, and so I did sweat, and it still lasted. As you can see, even my lipstick, I only have like the rim of it left on my lips, and despite me sweating while working out, it did last quite well. As you can see, there's still a lot of pigment left. My pigmentation is still pretty much all covered. You can only see a little bit of texture right here, but I mean, foundation can't cover texture, it's just pigment. And even around my mouth, generally foundations tend to crease a lot around my mouth. This one didn't, just very slightly. I can see it just a little bit here. But generally, the foundation on me personally tend to crack or settle into my smile lines. With this one, didn't. It did crease a little bit on my eyelids, but that's not a big deal to me because I wasn't wearing eyeshadow or anything like that. So I'm actually quite impressed with the lasting power of it. I'm not really worried about the fact that it gets oily, because I am personally very oily, and the fact that I went to the gym and I didn't touch up after the gym, so I did not like blot or anything like that. So it's honestly, I feel like if I would blot, it would still look fine. And this is also without setting spray. So the only thing I did was set it with powder, and it still looks pretty good, to be honest. The highlighter, as you can see, it is still there. So it also, that's what I wanted to test earlier while putting when I put highlighter on my cheekbones, just to see if products would also last on top of foundation. So as you can see, there's still a nice shine from my highlighter. That means that the highlighter hasn't faded off or anything like that. I can still visibly see it even on this side in the mirror. And yeah, all in all, I'm really satisfied with this foundation, and I'm really happy that there is finally a cushion foundation for dark skin tones. Like, y'all don't know the freaking struggle to find a foundation, like a cushion foundation that will be like dark enough for me, because I'm personally quite dark. Even though it might not be a purely like Korean brand, it is actually a Canadian brand, and but it's definitely K-beauty inspired. And the founder of the brand, Diba by Dibawssette, is actually a makeup artist and a makeup enthusiast, and she also has interest into K-beauty. I feel hence why she made a cushion foundation for darker skin tones. And also the fact that it contains all these natural ingredients like vitamin E, jojoba oil, and stuff like that. They give that nice natural dewy look. I feel like that's also getting inspiration from K-beauty, which a lot of K-beauty, one of the prominent K-beauty trends that has been for a long time, is to have the nice dewy fresh look to the skin, which is definitely what this foundation gives. As I said earlier, I personally always set my foundation just because I'm very oily. So I generally tend to set foundation no matter what, even if it's a matte finish. I do set foundations, and that is not necessarily a negative point for the cushion. It's just something you may want to consider. It's just my personal preference. So for some people, it may work for them, for their own skin condition, to not set it and leave it with a nice glow and a nice dewy finish. One thing I would like to add is that it is not transfer proof. It definitely does transfer a little bit. As you can see, there is, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's definitely is some traces of it on my hoodie. But I mean, I don't think that there is a foundation that is 100% transfer proof out there. So that's always been like the struggle. Also being darker foundations tend to like show up even more, especially on like clothes and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I've said it all I wanted to say. Before I conclude this video, I wanted to say thank you again to the Diba team for being kind enough to providing me with these two cushion foundations and collabing with me for this video. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this foundation. I mean, sure, if you haven't, I hope you enjoyed it, but what I meant to say is that I hope you enjoyed this video and this review. So if you did like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to check out the Diba by Dibawssette website, where you can purchase your own cushion foundation, which is also, I don't know if I mentioned the price, which is also relatively affordable, because the cushion foundation, I think In Canadian dollars, it's about $25, which in US it's about $20, which is a fair price. Um, so yeah, definitely go check out their website. I will link it in the description down below for you guys to check out if you're interested. And yeah, I hope I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.